Hi and welcome to my review videos. This time I took a look at the Chinese tank. Thanks. Overall I never played a Chinese tank. I don't have a Type 62 or a Type 59, so I don't know how to use it. So this is the first time and I actually like them. They look a lot like the Russians. They're like 90% of the tanks are like copies of Russians. But you will notice that there are like modded tanks of other nations. Like the first one is just like there were no FT, but with other guns and a better speed. This looks like the T26, and this is the stock turret though, because I did it on purpose, so you see it. It looks like a T46. This looks like the M5, T34. And this one looks like the T34-85, and it has the 85mm also. I think you can use it. Oh no, you can't use it on the T34-85, but I don't like them till you reach a tier 8. Tier 8 is just amazing. It has a good speed, although it doesn't have a really good speed, but it has still like 30 kilometers an hour, and the most heavies I played had like 25, so for me it's pretty good. But I hadn't had a chance to play the first tier, the first 5 tiers, because of the poor matchmaking. Everyone wants to play higher tiers. I had to wait like in my Type 58 like 5 minutes to get in battle, and then you have those strange like 6-man versus 6-man glitch. So that was pretty stupid. I don't like the IS-2. I played the IS in the past, so of the Russians, and I have to say that the IS-2 of the Russians is better than the Chinese because it has better penetration. Then this tank feels more like an IS-3, I have to say, because it has better armor. It has not really that good speed. It has 30, I think, but the gun is pretty good because it has a high penetration. I actually can penetrate Yak-Tigers, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Because normally when I had an IS-3 I couldn't penetrate Yak-Tigers. So this tank is amazing. I think the tier 9 is still the best tank you can get for the Russians, and I have always liked tier 9s. Like tier 9s are my tanks I like the most. It looks like the tier 10, but it has pretty not that good armor, and it has less speed, but for the rest it looks like the tier 10 a lot. And then we have the tier 10. The tier 10 is amazing. I think this tank will be the new Clan Wars tank, because it is better than the i7, I think, because I have an i7 also, like you see here. And I've tried the i7 and I actually played some Clan Wars in it, and the i7 worked, but I think it will be replaced with the new tier 10 Chinese heavy tank. So let's compare it. The Chinese heavy tank has more hit points, less engine power, but the i7 is heavier. This tank only weighs like 50 tons, and I think the i7 weighs 80 to 70 tons. I don't really know for sure. And it has the same speed limit, but you will actually reach the 50 kilometers an hour speed limit of the Model 5A, because you have to like accelerate like 2 minutes to reach 50, or try to drive downhill, and 50 is its max. You will never go over it. This tank actually can go 60 if you're driving downhill. You will see it in the gameplay later on. The turret armor is a little bit worse, but it's still good. And the only con about this turret is that you will actually receive some tier 9 to tier 10 cannon shots because of its poor armor and the turret. Standard shell damage is a little bit worse, but still it will be replaced with with the rate of fire. It has a high rate of fire, and that's why I like this tank. Shell damage, shell penetration. It's a little bit better on the i7, but still it doesn't really make a lot of bit difference. And it has its better signal range. Damn, I love this tank. So why do you want to use it in clanwars? First of all, it's small. It's hard to hit. Like typical on those Russians is the sloped armor, and this one has a pretty good sloped armor also, but it doesn't have those pointy stuff. I don't know how to express it in English. Point noise, that's how it's called. It has a point noise, but not that big as an i7. And the biggest thing I hate about this tank is that the ammo rack is hit a lot. I played like seven battles in this tank, and my ammo rack got hit 2 times. 2 times I had ammo rack fire, so the enemy will one-shot you. That's ammo rack fire. 2 times I had it, and I think in my whole career of the World of Tanks I only had it like 10 times that my ammo rack is hit. So that's why I recommend to use the WoT ammo rack class. The camouflage net, it's a small tank, and with the camouflage you will even make it more smaller. And the plus 10% to aiming speeds, and that's what I want to say also, that it has a slow aiming speed. 2.7 is still pretty good, but I have tried more tanks and their aiming speeds is better than this tank. Yeah, and also the IS-2 and all those tanks here have a slow aiming speeds, especially the IS-2 and the 110 have a long aiming speed. The accuracy is not bad, but I don't like it. I had like 8% chance to hit a T-32 in battle, but I missed. Rate of fire is higher than the i7, and that's why it's better. And you have actually 2 guns. You have the 130, but it reloads slower, and it has a worse penetration. But it has a 50 more damage, but I don't think it's that you really need those 50 damage. But if you want to see it how it looks like, ta-da! Then let's go into the crew skills. The crew skills, camouflage, of course. What is it called? Those fast to repair skills. You can use that also. Eagle eye, sixth sense, and maybe extended signal range, but more not. Repairs it called. Armor, if your gun is dead, you're just fucked. Even with armor, if your gun is fucked, your tank is fucked. Let's say it like that. And snapshot, because it has a poor aiming time when you're on the move. You can't hit really a lot if you're on the move. Sorry for my repeating. There. Clutch braking. It has it's pretty light for a heavy tank, so I recommend to use controlled impact, so you will actually do more damage. If you're driving an E100 and you have the chance to actually crash into this tank, please do it, because this tank only weighs 50 tons, and I think the E100 does like 100. A T-62 crashed into me, you will see it in the gameplay later on. And I received like 80 and he received like 100 damage, so even with a medium tank can crash you to that. And safe storage is, please use safe storage and use the WoT ammo rack class, please, because the ammo rack has got, I never played Chinese tank, and all the stories are true. The ammo racks will always get hit, but I'm babbling here a little bit, so I will see you in the gameplay later on. Bye. Hi, and welcome back to the gameplay. Hang on. Here, better. I recorded this with Bandicam because I can't use the battle recording, so I'm sorry for that. So I have to do a a second time recording, and what you see here from the gameplay, that is fast, but of course it's downhill, but still, like, you'll see it later that I went uphill and still fast. The first minute I did a little stupid loop mistake, because I went on too fast and it took a couple of hits, but after that I did better. And you will see it later. And what you see here is try to hide beyond bushes, because this tank is low, so please try to hide.
We nailed it bad.
Here we go, 443 damage, it's not bad, and I tried to block the T-62 from before he circled the wonders. So you saw that I took here 120 damage, and he only took like 100. And I don't know why they actually call it a heavy tank, because the armor is, I mean the weight is not like a heavy tank, it feels more like a medium tank to me. And here you see like a little bit of flat driving, and you see that you actually reach the 50 kilometers an hour instead of the i7 only goes like 34, 35. The gunet's penetration is 240, and if you watched my British tank review of the test server when the British were out, I said like don't use it in the clan wars because it has a sorry, I just turned down my sound a bit because yeah, back into business, because it has a high penetration. It has like 270 and its damage was like 400 I think, and the reload time is the same, but it had 2600, it had poor armor, so the British tank won't do a lot of clan wars. This tank will actually do a lot of clan wars.
Nice shot!
The aiming, the sniping is not bad, but it's not good, to say it like that.
Gotcha!
So here we go, and then I spotted that E50M. Also try to slope your tank a bit. Try to drive a little bit to the right, so a little bit of your side armor is exposed, so you can enlarge your armor.
Enemy armor is destroyed!
I think I will do the new British premium tank also, but I'm not sure. Or maybe do the American heavy line.
Got him!
I have exams in 2 weeks, so I won't do any videos for 2 weeks. But after that I will review the Churchill, I think. The Russian
They blew
premium
off our
Churchill.
track, we're stuck!
So I took a hit of the Object 268 here, but for some reason he didn't shoot me again. He was too distracted by the 121. I took a shot here.
Enemy is hit!
And one more and he's finished and we won. So that's the gameplay, and if you wait a couple of minutes you will see how much points I have. I have 1206. That's not bad, so we'll see you in the class. So here we go. Overall the Chinese are not a bad tank. I'll recommend to use it in clan wars also. And to end this episode, the migration rules, so you can choose a tank for my garage. The T-52 is not yet reviewed, the T-62 is not yet reviewed, KV-2 is reviewed, IS-7 is reviewed, the Object 261 is not reviewed yet, the VK is not reviewed yet. The E50, I don't have everything on it yet, so I don't really know how it feels like, so don't choose that one. The E100 is not reviewed yet, is reviewed, sorry. And the Hetzer is not reviewed yet. The M4A2E4 Sherman is reviewed. The M6A2E1 is reviewed. WoT-82 is not reviewed yet, but don't pick this one because I never will do a review video of it, because I just use it for shits and giggles. T1110 E3 is not reviewed yet, the AMX-39 is reviewed, the AMX-52-120 is reviewed, and the Black Prince is not reviewed yet. So here we go, choose a tank for my garage. And also what I want to say is that some people say that you can buy the E4 pack in the store. So hang on. Oh my, phew. They said that they will make a premium tank of this one, because normally it's a tank you will get from the beta test, and they said they will make it like premium tank. So I am happy to hear that there's no M4A2 E4 Sherman in the store. So that's it, and I'm Voller, and I'm out.